As I was doing this, we got prepped for the next deployment, which was to Estonia on the Russian border.
Oh shit!
NATO.
What year?
So
is
with
this?
NATO, this was 2022.
Holy shit!
So 2022, and I have a fucking crazy picture of we're rolling out 86. So yeah, that we did that and came back, and then we're back kind of in the flow training. The next,
Where were you when you came back?
I was back in Paris, back in South France, and then immediately we got kind of tuned up. And the next mission was, they call them missions down there, was a 2-month internal anti-terrorism domestic mission in France. And I didn't know that they used the Legion and some French units to patrol internal of France for anti-terrorism purposes, presence patrols.
Now, how does that work?
So I was on Nice, bro, on the beach in the Riviera with the
good
fucking
spot.
HK.
Good spot.
And not bad, bro. Not bad. You know, chicks were like, hey, what's going on? It was because they had some people die there out, you know, in 2016 with the terrorism attack.
Yep.
And the French love it. They're like, hey, you're just walking on the beach. Hey, imagine that here. It'd be weird. They're just walking, patrolling, like, hey, merci.
You got your uniform on?
Oh, yeah. Full beret, everything very formal. And that's called Vigiparat. Vigiparat missions. What's it called in French?
They probably feel pretty safe when they see you walk
Yeah,
by.
they're like, hey, what's up? Oh, yeah, they're like, hey, what's going on?
Oh, I feel bad for any terrorists.
Yeah, they're like, we got some tough looking guys too, right? You got some tough guys in the Legion, and you know, pro fighters and MMA fighters and guys, pro boxers from their country, Olympians in some capacity, and so you have some tough guys and you build some interesting bonds. It opens your eyes to that. In America, we're kind of closed off. Geographically, we're isolated. You know, you can learn. I've always been interested in the world, but I didn't have the experience with being around people from different cultures like that. So it opened my eyes to also what people go through, like real poverty, like dudes who are growing up real poor, bro, like true poverty, not like I'm poor, but I have a fucking iPhone. Like for 3 months I ate mice type poor, right? You know what I mean? It's a different type of fucking hardcore, bro, you know, because they got the alcoholic mom and dad and, you know, all this shit, dude. I was raised by dogs, you know. I'm half joking, but dude, it was cool because you're all the fucking same. Didn't matter I was a Navy SEAL. Nobody gave a fuck, to be quite honest, right? It was like, that wasn't anything. You're all on the same level, same rank, same fucking shark shit. You're cleaning the same toilets. That was what was probably the best part for me, because I could just kind of shed everything and focus on the self-development. And that's kind of when I started that. I built the confidence back up, and I started really my morning process in that piece of like really paying attention to the diet again in the jungle, actually. Started like intermittent fasting in the jungle and tracking my macros and shit there. And that's when I really started to really hone this back in and realized that when I came back from that and I was in that Foreign Legion barracks room, I was like, dude, I'm still not happy. That was the piece. I was like, fuck. And there's nowhere else to go. There's no other unit where I can fix my identity, or there's nothing. I looked, you know, now I'm looking at Ukraine. Maybe I'll go there. And then I realized, dude, I'm just running from myself.
You took the words out of my mouth. It feels like you're constantly.
Yeah, like running. Like, what am I running to, dude? Where does it end? And then I realized, dude, I want to have a life, bro. I want to fucking have a wife and a fucking life and make money and do my thing. And it's like, dude, it's like, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing out here doing this? So that's when I realized I had to start looking internally. So I started to read Stoic philosophy, started diving into Marcus Aurelius, you know, Seneca, Nero, you know, even some crazy guys. I get it, but people got some ancient wisdom. Musashi, right? Any philosopher that had anything to say, I was curious why these guys, and all these same principles, right? Get up, have your discipline, maintain emotional discipline, maintain your morality, all these fucking things. I'm like, dude, I either believe this shit, this universal laws, or I don't. Like, you can't, oh yeah, I believe it, and then like, and do weird shit over here. Doesn't work, right? You have to fucking be locked on, closed doors, open doors all the time. And I was like, I just got to fucking commit to that. So then I did. They said, wake up at 5. I was getting up at 3, working out in the bathroom. I was fucking getting my mind right. Not like crazy, but just started disciplining and tightening all these pieces down. As I was doing this, we got prepped for the next deployment, which was to Estonia on the Russian border.
Oh,
with
shit.
NATO.
What year
So
is
with
this?
NATO, this was 2022.
Holy shit.
So 2022, and I have a fucking crazy picture of we're rolling out 86 T-82 tanks, bro. 86 in a row.
Is this before February or after?
After. So
the war's kicked off.
Yeah, this is like, we're flexing on the border, right? And so this is what it is, right? We're blowing some shit up along the border training, but I'm with the English, the Estonians, we were with the Dutch there. Oh, with 4 guys. So the French contingent with NATO. Really, we're kind of giving you the enhanced forward presence battle group.
And you had said we had tabled this, but I forget, what was it, like 10% or something is Ukrainian in the Legion?
Yeah.
So you had said a bunch of these guys left to fight in Ukraine.
Yeah.
How did that
A lot
work?
deserted. A lot just fucking left, and they're just to go fight. And the French were like, hey, you can go get your families. And so the French were cool. They let some guys get their families.
And bring them back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So some just left, and they fucking have been there since, right?
And they're still fighting.
Yeah.
Do you talk with any of them who are fighting?
Yeah.
What's it like?
Hardcore, dude. Some of their brothers died, and fucking, it's hardcore. It's the real deal.
Oh, yeah.
Shelling, and it's just a fucked up war because you're just waiting for mortars, from artillery to come in.
Yeah, I had Mark Turner in here who's been going back and forth to Ukraine since it kicked off, and he ended up training battalions for their army and everything. But he's like, it's a Scottish guy, U.S. Marine, Scottish guy's like, it's fucking insane out there, man. They're fighting over two blocks, 14 days. Motherfuckers are dying. It's a war that doesn't move.
Yeah.
And basically, like, he's saying that the trench urban warfare that it is makes it this constant stalemate.
Yeah.
But people are dying in the hundreds of thousands because they'll fight over 10 meters for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah. So I had a couple American buddies, former Marines that are over there that were in the Legion, deserted to go fight, and it's just is what it is. And so that was a cool experience to actually be there. It was nice to be able to speak English because now everybody's like, hey man,
oh shit,
you mind fucking translating for us? And now please speak. So I'd be out in the forest.
Don't mind if I do.
I'd be out in the forest, and some English guy would come across. He'd see the French flag. He's like, I go, hey dude, it's all good. He's like, what the fuck are you doing out here, bro? I still get hit up by those guys because my Instagram and YouTube kind of popped, and they're like, bro, you were that American dude in fucking Estonia with us, man.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was fucking cool, man.
But you're on the border while this war's breaking out.
Yeah.
Basically, like you said, flexing.
Yeah, so the Danish. That's who we were out there. That was the other group. The Danes, bro. I'm 6 feet tall. I never felt like such a fucking midget, dude. Those motherfuckers.
Oh, they're tall?
Bro, the Danes are just stacked, bro. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Sick too, dude. Cry precision. Their unit had one of the best environments I've ever seen, dude. Their cohesion was unbelievable. Very good leadership. Really pleasure to work with the fucking Danes, bro. So that's why it was cool. A lot of these experiences in the Estonia is beautiful. I didn't know anything about Estonia. That was
the women there
beautiful women, dude.
beautiful.
Beautiful women, great hair, good genes, right? Beautiful country. Interesting. Some of the history there. I didn't realize, dude. They love Germany, like all that whole Germany, and I didn't realize because Germany during World War II freed them from the Red Army.
Oh shit!
I go, it's like that whole different angle because it was the Red Army that was crushing them and Stalin and all that, dude. And then
so they like the Nazis.
Love them, they were all about it, bro. It's a crazy history because I saw I'm like, what the hell's going on over here? And they're like, the history of this, and I go, oh, it's so weird to see that international perspective of.
That's
how
nuts.
things can be different from different angles. I'm like, oh shit, dude.
I mean, that was like being stuck between a shit and a fart. You were fucked either way.
They were crushed, man, because it was weird. We'd go running through the forest and we'd see gulags out there, bro. And it was old prisons and running through. Beautiful country, though.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
How long were you there?
4 months. So the Foreign Legion, their deployments are usually 4 months-ish. It's kind of how France does it.
Okay. Did you see? You didn't have to take any action.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't anything super hot like that. It was just more tense. The political side out there. But it was weird being, you're on the furthest north Russian border, and so a lot of those guys are Russian descendants. Because in those towns, Nassau is I think Nassau. I forget exactly what the town's name is. It's there are a lot of Russian heritage.
Absolutely. At this point, you've been in this now for 2.5 years, something like that.
Yeah, 3 years at that point. 3.5.
Do you ever feel like, because you're fighting for the French army, effectively. Yeah. Is there any sort of allegiance there that sprouts up? This is my second country.
So I'll get people blasting me, traitor. You know how they fucking.
God.
I'm like, dude, it's an allied nation.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, fucking chill out, right? Take a couple plays off, dude. It's it's an allied nation. They're red, white, and blue for a reason, right? Their flag, just like England. Like,
I never thought about that.
So is England, right?
Wow.
Right. There's a reason for that, right? The allied forces, the trifecta, like that. So I never had any issues, right? My allegiance has always been the United States, right? If there was ever fucking a question, I know exactly who I'd fucking. That's just what it is. So I was really grateful for France, man. I was helpful to be there. It was nice to experience. But the Legion's interesting. You don't swear allegiance to the French military. It's the only unit like this. You only swear allegiance to the Legion.
Really?
So the Legion had a really interesting thing in 1962, where the Legion was almost disbanded because they broke down out of Algeria, which is kind of like how the Afghanistan breakdown happened.
Oh, yeah,
and a fucking Legionnaire sniper from the parachute regiment tried to kill the French president. And it was actually like formalized, like it was getting pushed by Legion.
Gaulle?
It might have been.
Yeah, that Algeria
Might have
thing,
been de Gaulle.
that history, people got to look into that. That shit's nuts.
Algeria and France and that whole thing, there's some crazy books on it too, of guys there in the Legion, and that was hardcore shit. So they took the parachute regiment and banished them to Corsica. They said, we're not going to break it down. They put them on an island. They said, you're not going to be on mainland France anymore. And so it's still like that today. But so the Legion's always had this weird redheaded, that whole stepchild thing but it's getting more and more integrated into the French military. So it's getting a little less pirate, a little less danger. Like they're just because they've had a lot of legal problems and people dying and all that stuff. So now we're coming back out of it, and that now I'm just kind of ranking up, going through the process of I'm about to screen for the commando group, which I fucking failed, by the way. Well,
you failed?
I failed the run test, which it was just too fast. I couldn't fucking pace past the fucking time, dude. It was way too fast. At altitude, uphill.
Navy SEAL can't run.
Yeah. Well, they all knew. They were like, fuck, dude. I was 37 at the time, right? So I'm 37. I'm pushing the fucking bounds of the human body at this point. 37, and I got, dude, that test is just too fucking fast, dude. It's like 5 miles at altitude in like full military fucking
How long
get
do you
up.
have?
They want it done in like 37 minutes or something like that. 5 miles. I'm moving, right? It's just that would have been pushing it for me even back in the day, right?
Yeah. How much weight is your get up?
Man, it's just normal like boots and pants but full, no ruck yet,
Okay.
But it's just fast at altitude with hills. It's just too fast, and I couldn't pass the time.
Thank you for watching the video, guys. If you haven't already subscribed, please smash that subscribe button and check out this clip's full podcast episode by clicking here or in the description below.